Alright, welcome back for another video. We have the buddy Gaten over there. We are in the warehouse once again, and there's a ton of E30s in here. I think this video will be after my E30 review of my E30, but here's another E30 with the motor in it now. We just put the motor in like a week ago. It is currently being held up by a piece of wood. There's no transmission in it right now. We are missing the flywheel and the clutch, so there's nothing in there. What else are we missing? Let's see. We're missing a lot, but it's in the car. That's what matters. We got this shell for $400. I picked it up in Colorado. It was like an 8-hour drive with it. We got the motor from this car over here, which I will be talking about in a little bit, because I haven't talked about it. It doesn't have headlights. We didn't get it with headlights. I stole the front bumper from my E30 because I was missing my front bumper, and it still has a lower cowl on it. And then there should be another episode coming out with the E30 drift build. So there's a lot of E30s. I have a small addiction to E30s. Besides the Porsches, this is like my next favorite hobby. But this has super nice black seats that came out of my convertible. Because this is going back to stock. We have the carpet for it, so this isn't going to be a race car build. This is just like a stock build, back to stock. This is a 325 IS. It is an 86, so it has the is late model headlights or taillights?
86 is early.
Early taillights, yeah, condenser in there. Yeah, black door cards. We're missing the handle on this side. We got that somewhere in there. Got all the seals for the motor to seal it back up. I already did the rear main seal when we put the motor back in. But yeah, it's not too terrible. Clear cut's peeling. This is a gray color. It kind of looks like blue on camera, but it's gray. We have the 325 IS stock wheels that we got off of this car when he had traded his other wheels for the Star wheels. There were 3 DMs?
3 SDM.
3 SDM wheels. And he sold it to us, so it's on here now. Yeah, rear bumper still intact. Got to do a bunch of stuff to it. Body's pretty straight. Yeah, rims look great. It has new tires in the front, I think we put. But yeah, it's a pretty intact. A lot better than mine with the non-plexiglass window.
Yeah, the real window looks much nicer.
Definitely. Yep. I think this thing has 200,000 miles on it, so big difference between my 60,000 mile example. But yeah, there's an E30 hood. There's another E30 hood right there. Here's a fancy E30 exhaust. This is the same exhaust my car has too, as well. Gideon's doing basically, I'm doing the same exact swap for his car. But yeah, this is a late model, right? Late model E30. This is an 87? 88. So it has a couple different things between this car that's behind me and this one. It has the front cowl that comes out with the fog light inserts. But because this is an 88 and not an 89, it does have plastic bumpers. So it has these metal diving boards. Yeah. And then the coolest part about the car is we've been building it up. This is an M52 TU. So you got the Vanos and everything. Everything about this motor has been basically replaced. It's running a lot of crazy stuff because, yeah, new Vanos cylinder. Every sensor has been replaced. We have the wiring harness adapter for the swap. Has a new Vanos line there, which is this pretty red thing you see. It has a lightweight pulley. Has the aluminum upgraded, what's it called? Thermostat housing, which mine has as well because nobody likes the plastic one. You got your M52 valve cover. It's going on a standalone ECU as well, and it has we have an M50 manifold for it. We have headers and a full exhaust. So this one has more fancier stuff than mine does with the headers, anyways. He's stealing my Mishimoto radiator in a couple weeks after I order my Chase Bay one, so that should be fun. My E30 is gonna be down for a little bit, but yeah, we just got done with the front 5-lug swap. So as you can tell, those are LTW E36 lightweight wheels. They're 17s. We're adjusting everything right now, but the other side isn't done yet. but we have a Godspeed coilover with the E36 adapt stuff. So this is as well a 5-lug swap car, or is going to be a 5-lug swap car. But this is a lot more than what I did to my car. Everything's basically brand new. Blue control arm is from, I think it's a Turner Motorsports track-based control arm. It's an upgraded one. Then you got the mounts from, where's this place called? The correction mounts for the E36 stuff is from,
I think Condor.
It's Condor? Yeah, Condor. So it has those. That's why there's those white brackets here. And then we have E36 front hub with E36 caliper. He's not going to be running E36 calipers. He's going to be running 135i 6-piston calipers up front with the bigger rotors. So this is like full track car, but it's like a street car basically, because it won't be used for track at all. Currently, since he sold his old wheels, because the 3D SM ones, right?
I think
SDM ones are gone now. So he stole one of my bottle caps that I had in the backyard, and he has a spare wheel on it right now. We're gonna 5-lug swap this by the end of the video though. This is gonna be a super long process just because it's a super long process. But this is like low-key one of the mintiest E30s ever for how many miles it has. I think we're at, it's gonna be dark, 206. 206,000 miles, black seats. The black seats in the other one look better right now, but you know. I won't say anything. And that one has heated seats because they came out of a convertible.
My dash is on crack and I have a full interior.
Oh shit, he's roasting us.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no cracks in the dash. Lucky guy right there, no cracks, no cracks. It has a super fancy sound system though, which is kind of make me jealous. Oh, I kicked the side skirt.
No big deal.
Yeah, super fancy sound system. Make me jealous, make me jealous. But yeah, has clear tails too. Super nice, just like my E36. But this is a little bit different than mine.
E30.
Or sorry, my E30. Sorry, I got the wrong car. But yeah, this is clears. But this one's, those headlights on these, or taillights on these ones are way wider than what mine are. That's what makes the difference.
3 bars.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Mine has a 2 bars.
You can see it on the other one.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do. We have to completely bolt this on. I already set up the suspension. Pretty crazy suspension setup. He decided to go with Godspeeds because they were cheaper for the 5-lug swap. But he's probably going to switch them out to something more expensive down the line. We already spent enough money on control arms and other suspension stuff and replacements. We have a mess in here right now, but we have bushings for the rear control arms, which are in a big box over there. We got those off of a Z3, right? A Z3, probably like a 99 Z3. So we'll 5-lug swap this, get the rest of the lightweights on, and finish it up. Here's the old suspension and steering rack. Same as like this thing has an E36 rack. So basically this is an E36, but it's an E30. Because we have an M52, we have E36 wheels, E36 suspension. But yeah. He's still running the Getarag 260, the stock E30 transmission, because in my opinion, that's like the best transmission you can possibly do. It has a short throw shifter, all the linkage and everything you can think of hooks up the transmission is replaced. It is like perfect. Yeah, no, it's pretty insane.
It's quite a build.
Quite a build. There's my my fake S50 motor over there.
That M power cover to look a lot realer.
Yeah, make it look a lot realer. This is a fun one over here. We can show this off. This is going in my E30 in a couple months, but this has S52 cams in it with those bigger the cam lobes. This is an M50 TU. It is completely stripped. It is kind of a terrible motor, but I mean, it was just worth it for the cams. I got paid $800 for everything. And I got a bunch of parts that I had to use. I got an extra harness, which I actually used recently because my harness died on my E30 for one of the wires like short circuited itself. But yeah, that's about it with these things. Yeah, well, I'll make it back at it. I'll just put it in fast mode or time lapse. Time lapse. We need time lapse. All right.
What I need to get spicy, want taste test, come by me. Yeah, I'm icy, way too icy. I get paper, I'm big screen, I'm Spike Lee. I'm vibey, just vibey. Too wavy, I can tell they wanna get like me. Yeah, I'm vibey, just vibey. Too wavy, come and get like me. I'm never living a bit and I timid straight shooter. I'm dumping the clip that I'm dipping. Hitting the mark with the waviest art. I rage with my heart and it's right with my wrists. Cut up the pay with the real ones. I see a few million. We want it, we need it, let's get it. Long live the niggas that get it. They live how they say it. A sentence, we really the trillest. Please don't pretend with that love that you sending this. If you like me, I call me the Bennett. Somebody tell God forgive me, I'm sinning. I think that she know, but he got me, I'm winning. Clout is a dangerous drug and your phone is the plug. Everybody on that shit pretending. So many lost and they chasing what's trending. Well, yeah, let's forget it. I'm back to my sis. I'm only helping a man in the mirror. From here on, I'm open, I'm focused. Okay, I lied if you riding, I'm riding. I put on the folks and trusted me. Get with it, come with me. I don't, but it's love, you stuck with me. I'm coming and clutch for me. Get with it, they get lost, ain't nobody touching me, yeah. She like me, she might be what I need.
It's a lot of brake lines. Hey, why is there 6? Looking for stock E30.
Yeah,
Not E36.
This is upgrading all of the rubber lines on the E30 to stainless.
I guess I wouldn't have done it. I paused the video a little bit. Unfortunately, I messed up. I ordered 9 to 11 inch sway bar links, and since the car is now lowered and is definitely not stocked by any means possible, it needs 7-inch sway bars so we can do the strut mount because we're changing it from control arm mounted to strut mounted. It just helps with stability, makes it handle a lot better. The other issue I run into is the Turner control arms have a bracket for the stock sway bar and link, which looks like this. So this is a stock one right here. Light's in the way. This stock one right here. The little like kind of C bracket that's on there. This is removable on stock E36s and E30s, which is why I have it in my hand. Your sway bar link is this one right here. It goes bolt onto that. That bracket is welded onto the Turner control arms. So it's a one-piece thing on there. You just bolt on your sway bar link. So they have this so it stiffens it out, rigidity, whatever the crap is. They engineered it. I didn't, so I wouldn't know why it's like that. But the issue is now we run into the issue where, let's see if I can even, oh, you can't even see anything in there. See, I got my flashlight. Show you guys what I'm talking about. I got the flashlight and the phone out. So that little bracket right there, this is my sway bar. That is hitting the end link. So the end link hits that, which is, you know, super big problem because now I had to cut that, and those are brand new control arms. So we have to fully commit to the strut mounted sway bar, which is sketchy because I've never done this. Nobody's ever done this. This is mismatching like random stuff together. Really scary. It's either I go, you know, go do this like this. The other issue is if I try to do the control arm mounted ones, it would destroy the angle of the sway bar. It would push the links upwards. The sway bar would be at a pretty high angle. So if we look at it right now, it's right there. So if I were to do this with the stock stuff, this would go all the way up like that, which then maxes it out, and it's gonna look dumb. I mean, it'd be a little bit lower than that, but it's gonna look like that. And usually when you want your sway bar, you don't want it to be angled. What is that? 30 degrees, like a little 30-degree triangle right here. You want them to be flat, angle nice flat. But then the issue is it's like almost touching. We have like an inch between this, so it definitely has to go up now, which is terrible. Yeah. So we're gonna order the parts for that. We'll run it without sway bars for now. The car isn't running anyways, but we have to move this. So we have to get the 5-leg done, swap. This is still one side and it's been like 2 hours now, but which is a little crazy. But yeah, we're gonna try to get the front done tonight and the rear too. I gotta do a bunch of bushings, but this would be a long video. There might be 2 parts of this. So right about now, I got most of it bolted back on. I got my lower bolts, my lower control arm bolt for the ball joint. And then the suspension top bolts are mounted. Now, I'm like super close to the camera, but now, I know it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, we got that one mounted right there. This is a sway bar hole. This is a part where it gets really complicated. When I was doing my research, not a lot of people do this, but since this has this mount, because this is off of an E36 lower, E30 upper, the sway bar link is right here. Our sway bar itself is here. So you got these adjustable sway bars, which I'm gonna hope they go on easily. I don't know if it will. This is the complicated part. So we're about to find out. All right, it is now 12 o'clock at night. We finished the front suspension without the sway bar being hooked up, of course, because we're still waiting on it. I think I'm gonna split this video in 2 episodes. So I'll be E30 build suspension mod, something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll figure out the title for it. But yeah, new wheels are on it too. There she is. Lightweights. Still got a horrible fitment back there, but perfect fitment over here. Nice and flush. No spacers needed. Cambered all the way out on the plates. Well, not on the way, but you know, all the way in the first setting. So both sides are even. Everything's on soft. It is pretty stiff. So I'm going to redo the coils again because I guess it was just too stiff for it. But no, it looks amazing. Looks so good. Still pretty low. Probably gonna have to get that skid plate so it doesn't destroy the oil pan, but looks amazing. And I guess that's a sign off for tonight. I think I'm done. There'll be 2 parts, I guess. So, because I still have to do the rear control arm bushings, and hook everything up, make sure everything works. Got to bleed the brakes, do a bunch of stuff. But yeah, thank you for watching. Go subscribe. All right, welcome back. This is gonna be part 2 of the E30 build, or Giddings E30, which we are building. Currently, we got the front done, as that was the first video. All fit and looks good. We are currently doing the rear. I haven't really, I'm like super dirty right now. I got some crap on my face. It's not good. But yeah, we are working on the rear right now. And the rear is fully gutted now on this side. I got the spring off. We got the rear control arm, the CV axle off, because we're gonna do the 5-lug swap. And if we walk over here, we got
those grippers late.
polyurethane bushings. We got upgraded brake lines, which I'm going to start doing right now. I had to hook up this brake line. Pain in the butt to get that rear brake line off, by the way. But yeah, here's a whole 5-lug swap. Yeah, so we can put the new wheels on it. Have a matching set of 4 wheels. But yeah, so far we got this side, the spring's off, the control arm's still hooked up, 1 bolt's off that. The subframe, I had to lower it a little bit. It's still bolted on by the differential, so most of the weight's on the differential, which is not best thing ever, but it's okay. There's a jack underneath there holding it up a little bit more. Yeah, so that's gonna come off of the car. We're gonna swap these out. For some reason, the CV axle on this thing is like stuck in there. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with it. I have no clue. But we're just gonna swap it with the suspension off of this car so it doesn't go to waste. But yeah, that's about it right now. We're gonna try to put in the rear control arm right now. Or first thing I need to do is brake line. I'll try to film some of it. It's just the lighting is gonna be terrible since I don't have any like lights on my GoPro. But yeah, I'll probably just do like a cut and finish where it's like, oh, I just put it on already. There it is. I'll try to film a little bit more, but we'll see.
house. Got that off. That was a brake line. The bolt's all the way back there. You gotta like fish it out with like a little wrench. I have my brake line wrench somewhere in here, and that didn't work. I gotta use an 11 mil. But got it on. Still gotta do the other side. But now we can put the control arm on, so I'm gonna do that. Didn't actually take that long. It was like 10 minutes. But I got the bolts back on, all bolted back up. The subframe is still dropped, so I have to bolt that back on. But I'm probably not going to do it until I do the other side, because I want to have space to bolt everything back on. Words of advice: use an impact and just put it right here and just break that off, take that off. Super easy to actually do a 5-lug with the car on. I know most people drop the subframe and do it off of it, but it's honestly not that bad. It'll probably just take you like 2 or 3 hours. We got the whole e-brake cable still there, so we just cut it off. So I have to do that. I still have to hook up the brake line from here to here, which might be an issue because looks like it's a different setup. I have to bend that brake line back in. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad to figure all this stuff out. Definitely a little bit of pain in the butt, but yeah.
Panamera. Yes, it has a new bumper. Ooh. That would be in a different video. We're gonna go drive the M3 over to O'Reilly's. In my nasty ass hands. Yeah. POV M3. Oh. Good old 3.3 liter or 3.2 S52? S54, yeah. S52 would be the dining exhaust, right? Is that the other one?
Yeah, the other one.
There's another M346, but this one's a stock one, I guess. I guess. This is a convertible?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Convertible? It looks like a normal roof, but it's a convertible.
Yeah, it's a slick top actually.
Oh yeah, it's a slick top.
Yeah. Stripper spec.
Kind of a cool thing is it has a 6-speed manual in it, and it has paddle shifters. Yeah. Totally a normal thing. It's totally normal.
Paddle shifters still work too.
But, yep, totally still work. Yeah. Oh, look, a Slam Jetta. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, yeah, it's over there. Woo. They have factory exhaust on this too. Looks super nice. I don't know if he's gonna start it. Let's see. It's gonna take him 12 seconds to start a car. There you go. It's all quiet. Oh, oh, oh! Drop the top. Has a stock M3 wheels on it. And there's the top. Totally not gonna get a bunch of wind noise. Oh. Ugh.
I think windows is about all you're gonna get.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to the east side because I guess they didn't have lug studs for the, or lug bolts. They're called lug bolts for the E30. Yeah. And we go. Yeah, look at that SI on fake TE37s. If they're real, I feel kind of bad.
They're not real, bro. Look at how thin they are.
I mean, you never know. He could have dropped the bands on the TE37s. Oh, the SI has an exhaust. Dang. So we're back from O'Reilly's after 2 hours because I haven't filmed anything yet. But you got the 5-lug done on this side. Got the lug nuts. We ran into some issues with the lightweights. The lightweights are about 1 inch too wide. So since E30s don't have a camber or adjustment in the rear, camber or toe adjustment, it kind of just sits there. Gating's gonna have to go buy a subframe to camber, get it all done with that. So $600 later, we'll be able to put some tires on it. But yeah, we're gonna see what we're gonna do about this. But we're gonna get it rolling. That was kind of like the whole thing. The rear tires that were on the lightweights originally, somebody put 335s. These are definitely way too wide for the rear now. So we decided to switch the fronts to the rear. So 325 up front. I think with 315s it probably wouldn't. It would work maybe, but they do stick out pretty far. Yeah, and I was gonna run lightweights on my car, and I have a wider offset than this car does, which is not good, but it's okay. But currently, the car's almost on the floor because I had to see how it fit when it was on the floor. So we're gonna jack the side up, and I'm gonna start doing the 5-lug on this side. Yep. This side is now all done. Let me get the light out. You guys can see. But yeah, there's a coil. There's that. The strut with the coilover. There's a wire for the speed sensor. I think that's what it is. And the CV axle's all in. Everything's bolted on. Honestly, didn't take too long. It's probably like another hour to do this side. A lot faster than the other side. This is the second time I'm doing this, so shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, we just gotta bolt on a couple things, and we'll set it down on the floor and see what it looks like. Yeah. All right, so I got the car all set back. Got all the things bolted back on. It is tire is laying on the fender on both sides, but I mean, 5-lug is done. It looked great with the lightweights. Yeah, that. It's amazing. It is like pretty even in the back. It's just laying on the tires, so it looks like the front is lower than the rear, but they're supposed to both be same adjustment. But it is on it. Yeah. I think it's probably gonna be the end of this video. So it'll be part 2. I'll probably have a part 3 of us moving it tomorrow, getting everything done with the motor. Just trying to see how much more it needs. Which hopefully isn't too much. Yeah. Hi, welcome back you guys to Nico's Imports. Today we're going to be trying something that hasn't been done. I'm pretty sure not on YouTube anyways. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't been done. There's no forums about it either, so we are putting 135i calipers on an E30. While I drink my lemonade and hold this giant massive caliper, thing's thick. Get ready to watch something really stupid. Dude. Alright, so to do this on your E30, you have to do a 5-lug swap. There's no way you can, well, I mean, you can if you make custom brackets, but we ordered brackets for E36, a non-M car, because these are non-M E36 front hubs. So you do have to do the 5-lug conversion to do this big brake caliper upgrade. 5-lugs are pretty expensive. This is a super expensive setup with lower control arms, the bushings, and coilovers. And now this giant massive brake that goes up front. Now this is gonna be a pretty crazy little upgrade. I think going from a 1-pot piston to a 6-pot massive, I think they're like 293 millimeter rotors. I might be wrong on that. They might be slightly smaller than that or bigger, because the rotor size is off of an E46. Yeah, it's off of an E46 M3. We actually figured out what the right size rotor is. It is 325 by 25. They're off a 33 E46 330 CI, or I guess you could get a 4-door too, it doesn't really matter. Front calipers. Like I said, 325 by 25 is the size of the rotor to put the 135i calipers onto it. Yeah, that's basically all you need, and you need your E36 hubs as well. They do sell for
M cars as well. If you have, for some whatever reason, you have a M3 knuckle on your car, you can swap it with that. But for right now, we're going to do the regular E36 because nobody wants to spend that much money on the same exact hub, especially when you're doing a brake upgrade. So I recommend just going with the regular E36 non-M hubs because you'll spend so much less. Yeah, the 135i will have the calipers. Doesn't matter if it's convertible or a hardtop. They're all exactly the same. Do not buy 128 calipers. These do not fit. They are not what you're looking for. It has to be a 135i caliper. You can buy the 135i caliper bracket online for like $100, and front calipers will be around like $400 to $500 depending on how you get them. I know some people on Facebook Marketplace, if you take your time, you can find one for like $400 for a set of 2 front ones. This is only for the front. We did buy 135i calipers for the rear, but we have no clue if they fit, and I don't want anybody, you know, buying rear calipers and being like, oh, it didn't fit. So we'll be testing that today. We'll see if it actually works or not. We know the front definitely works. So the back bolts on the calipers are 16s. So just take off your 60mm bolts. I guess this video we can do it for E36 as well, but I guess we're doing it on E30. I don't know what the title of this video is going to be now. I'm really confused. We'll figure it out. 16mm bolt on the back, and just rip your rotor off with, I think it is a 6mm Allen wrench. I might be wrong on that. We're gonna make sure after that, but I'm pretty sure it is. And then you have your brake line, which we don't have hooked up because we have braided brake lines for this thing, because all the braking power to these cars, even though it doesn't weigh that much. Oh. Bye-bye E36 caliper, and bye-bye trashed E36 rotor. Oh yeah. Okay, it's not, dude, I love when they come out easy. I've been having really good luck with these lately. Oh, it comes right off too. Heck yeah, dude, look at that. Bye-bye rotor. Oh, look, it comes with new bolts. Oh, this is nice. Oh, yeah. So these are our nice fancy caliper brackets. You can see how big they are. Nice and shiny until I mess them up. And then it actually comes with bolts, which I'm actually really impressed by. Usually you don't get stuff like that. I mean, even though it's like $100 something. Oh, why is that one stubby? And a stubby bolt. Okay, so I guess that's one thing. I don't know what side is what, but it looks like they're exactly the same. So you can probably swap them around, but yeah, it looks like we'll figure it out. It probably the lettering goes out or goes in, so we'll figure it out though. Okay. Oh, sorry. We got Brembo brake pads. This was the cheapest option because they were the cheapest option and they're the best option. Like for some reason, the Trackhawk pads were like $300. This was like $100. So if you're deciding on buying pads, go with the OEM Brembo ones. You don't need anything fancy. It's gonna break. Like it's giant calipers. And Brembo says they don't actually pick up too much dust. So we went with factory. They're not. This box is like build quality of like non-existent. Why are these not wrapped? Well, that's what you get for $120. They're not wrapped in anything. They're just like flat out there. Everything's like dirty. It even came with the smell good packages. Eat these. Oh, don't eat those or eat them. I don't know. I guess maybe don't buy the Brembo ones. I don't really know. This is like really terrible packaging. I've never seen this in my life. Not even O'Reilly brake pads, dude, are like this bad. Like they come in a nice box in O'Reilly's and they're wrapped in plastic, not just raw dogging it in the box. Oh, wait. They put the manual in the middle of it, so it's protecting the other pads. That's all the padding you get.
I know the packaging is insane on these.
What is going on?
I opened up the chicken I got and I was like,
dude, they're not even these are so dirty. Look at this. Who packaged this? Where did
ECS tuning?
What is ECS doing, dude? There's like no box to it. Like I don't know what's going on here. These are massive, by the way. It's all dirty. Oh man, I messed that up. Now I gotta clean that. Oh wait, I might be able to save it. Oh no, I messed it up. Well, ECS definitely doesn't seem like they care much, but O'Reilly's cares more, which is hilarious to me. These weigh quite a bit, so we're gonna try to toss these on the E36. We're gonna see. E30. Whoops. Oh God. Oh, there it is. Oh, they line up perfectly. Use our little old bolt. Use a little Allen wrench. Cool. Those are on now. I would recommend you get some brake clean. I guess ECS really doesn't care if you're going to brake clean them anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But really weird packaging for whatever reason. The brackets were packaged nicely, and that was cheaper than this. I think these 330. How much were these? So these were $129.98 for the front ones. Calipers were, oh, the actual pads were $72, not $120, got that wrong. So I guess still it's a Brembo package, it should be nicer. They're not that expensive. Yeah, so I guess it's not that expensive to get everything set up. This is factory. These are factory rotors and factory pads. We decided to go with that option because there's no reason to get, you already have big calipers on a small car. Even on your E36, if you wanted to do this upgrade, you can get the more expensive pads and you can get more performance, but unless you're aggressively tracking it, taking corners at like 120, 110, like you're roasting these things on fire, you don't need that. But if this is like a little, like, you know, your street car, you want to have some fun, you want a good braking, a little canyon car, this is great. You will have less brake fade. You'll have it has enough venting for it. It is massive on this car. Like, this looks humongous. Yeah.
I can't wait to do the calipers on it.
Yeah, we'll put the calipers on it and we'll let you know if the 17-inch wheels fit. But the max they say you can run is 17. So we hope it actually fits, because Gaten got custom wheels from me, from my company, Valiant, and we are prototyping a bunch of the stuff, and we want to make sure everything fits. And we went off of 17s even before we had the calipers. So we're gonna see how this works out. Yeah. Okay, the big bolts on the caliper are 10 millimeters. If somebody left your bracket on there, because you can't pull. Whoever sold the brakes to us left the brackets on from the previous car. They're inverted on top, but they still side mount onto the hub. And I'm gonna hope I can get this off without any issues, hopefully. So I have to really use the impact to get this off. Oh, yeah. Oh, somebody use Loctite. Feels like it. Come on, buddy. Why are these so long? I'm surprised they left this on here, dude. This is the bracket that was on it. If yours comes with it, I mean, just take them off, because your bracket that you're replacing is this one. This is your adapter to your caliper for the E36. These you can just throw away. They're kind of useless at this point. Yeah. Unless you have some use for them, but these brackets are, I don't know, let's see, how much of a difference are they? You know what, to be honest, they're not much of a difference between those brackets. I guess you could, in theory, drill them out.
But they're gold and shiny.
They're gold and shiny though, so it works. So here's your 135i caliper. I already took off the bracket. We have the aftermarket bracket from
Seems legit.
Seems legit. We'll put everything in the description, just so everybody knows. They don't have left or right on these, but you want the flat side because it has a little bezel right here. You want the flat side against a caliper like this, and then these two bolts bolt onto your E36 hub. That's about it. Super easy to do it. So you just put them on right here like this, and then you run the bolts. Like I was saying, it does come with brand new bolts from them. So you just end up putting the brand new bolts here. I'm pretty sure you use the longer ones for this one. So these are your long ones. The long ones go through the top. They look about the same size as the OEM ones. It looks like the bolt does have a little bit more, it's a little smaller. So definitely use the bolts that it comes with. They just slide right in there and it comes right through, and it looks like it just goes right on there like that. So super simple, and I'm pretty sure these are for your hub. You can use the stock ones, but I'd recommend using these ones. I know people don't like Allen wrenches because you can strip them easily, but these are giant Allen wrenches. So if you strip this, you must be doing something wrong. So definitely make sure small one goes on the hub, big ones go through the caliper. I'd recommend you cut your dust shield. I just bent mine back. It's probably not good for aerodynamics if you're making a narrow car, but it's right here. I decided to just bend it back. I don't really want to mess with it too much. You can bend both sides back and it looks perfectly fine. But here's a bracket. Like I was saying, your letters do not go like, you can't see where's the other bracket? It's right here. Cool. You see how this one has our Oh, well, I guess you can't even see that, so it doesn't really matter. But you want the letters to go downwards, I guess. So here's the bracket off the car. There's the letters. You want it to go downwards, on the flat part upwards. So go like that. It goes behind these, and your Allen bolts go through it, and you tighten those down with a 10 millimeter. So everything's going to be a 10 millimeter Allen. Yeah, so tightens up right there, tightens up there. Put your caliper on with those 2 other 10 millimeters that came with the packaging, and then you're all set. And your 135i caliper should be all set on there. We're going to do this really quick. I need to put the pads inside the 135i calipers that we have right here, and then we'll show you the result afterwards. I'll show the other side too. We'll do it on like a quick wear or sorry, time lapse, quick way, time lapse. And then yeah, you can see our beautiful suspension setup that Gaten paid for because it's his car. So definitely kind of like super cool. You got pink, blue, and the gold. So everything's brand new. Looks really sick. Yeah. After trying to put on the pads for about like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, took me a minute for that. I don't know why. You have to push down on this little tab and push forward, and then you can get it on. There's probably an easier way, but I've never actually put on 135i brake pads. They're on now though, so we're all set for that. And then remember, the bracket is aluminum, so don't over torque these. You don't want to pull your threads. That would be really bad. So remember, just torque them to spec. There's probably a torque spec at on the website for these ones. Just make sure. I'm just going off. I think a Doug does really quick. I don't want to break this. Cool, I should be tight enough. Yeah, there's our setup. I'm gonna move this really quick. Oh gosh, I can't turn the wheel, but. The conclusion is that we have the brackets, everything fits really well. You do have to run 17-inch wheels. I have to make that clear. 17-inch wheels have to be ran, and you have to figure out the face of the wheel too as well, because if you're running smaller wheels, the face does concave in. So you can either run 18s and get away with it, or you can run 17s if you want that smaller look. 18s, you might be able to get way more away with it because they dip in further up. But with this right now, we have custom wheels being made for this car, so it's gonna fit with 17s. If anybody wants some custom wheels for me, let me know. We can make them. It'd take like 2 months, so we're just taking our time with this. But we use regular E30 hoses because this is an E30 and we're putting these calipers on it. This works for an E36 as well, so you just put them on. I don't know about the wheel offset on the E36. It shouldn't really change anything. We have these white wheels we test fitted on there. They look perfectly fine, and those worked okay. Those are 17s, but I think the offset on the fenders for E36 are a little bit wider. So E36, you can run 17s with the proper offset and you'll be good. But on E30s, this is going to be a little bit more challenging to do it. If you want to put 18s on your E30, that would be the best bet if you don't want custom wheels, or 17s if you want custom wheels. Like I said, we use the same exact braided hoses. They all work on the E30. I think they work for the E36 too, so they're exactly the same. You hook them up, you bleed them the same way. The bleed port's on the left side inside the wheel well, and rotors work and everything works good. We're not going to test drive the car right now because the motor's in the car, it's just not finished, so we can't really go test drive and see what it is. But I will make an update video on how the car turns out with everything. Just stay tuned, like watch the other videos to see how it actually performs and how it feels driving with all this modification done to the suspension. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, hope this is like a really good video for anybody wanting big calipers on their E30, especially if you're pushing a lot of power, or if you're pushing a lot of power in your E36 and you want big calipers. Definitely the route to go. I honestly think this is a little bit cheaper than the Porsche route, because you can do Cayman S and Boxster S calipers on an E30 or E36. They make all the brackets, so. But this is definitely way bigger than the Cayman ones or the Cayman S or Boxster S or Cayman S. So if you want really massive 6-pot brakes, this is the route you want to go. This would be the best bet. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys need any help with anything else with your E36 or E30, let me know in the comments and I can tell you what's going on or what you have to do if you really want to do the 6-pot upgrade. Go like that like button. I need more likes on them YouTube videos. So, and go subscribe. We're at 550 as of today. Trying to get to that 1,000 goal as soon as possible. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Goodbye. Here's the mounting brackets for the thing.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, welcome back to Nico's Imports. Today we're working back on the E30. We are going to try to get this girl running and see if it actually starts. Already ran into some issues with the fuel rail and radium stuff, so we're trying to figure out. I just want to get it running today, at least get it started, and then after that we'll figure everything else out. I got to get a lot of vacuum lines back in, the fuel lines figured out, and then a little bit more wiring, just mostly your ignition coils and the fuel injectors is the last thing for the wiring. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we're trying to do the fuel rail right now. My dumbass said I could put an M50 fuel rail on M52. I feel like I've seen people do that, but nothing's fitting right, and I'm overly tired with it. We were supposed to put the radium one on, but it's hitting the firewall, so we're trying to put it back to stock. This is M52 rail. We have a radium one, and then we have an M50 one on the floor. So I'm going to take these fuel lines off, try to get all the other fuel lines back on, figure out which one's the return and then which one's the input, which I'm pretty sure this lower one's the input, and then put it back together, get it back together and see if it actually runs. Still got to hook up the coil packs and everything, but hopefully I can crank it at least twice or 3 times and it fires up.
Never switch on the homies in the day ones. They didn't wanna open doors, so we made some. Take a bow on these haters like I'm Trey Young. That direct deposit hitting like a bass drum. Incoming, coming, coming, coming. Keep it incoming, coming, coming, coming. Keep it incoming. Never switch on the that I came up with. No new friends with the same old clique. Couple old homies went and stabbed me in the back, but it's no love lost. I'll probably bless him with some stacks. That direct deposit lovely. Went from shaking Kool-Aid packets to popping bubbly. Went from asking women for hugs and now they hugging me. Ain't life lovely? Do it so good, make a hater wanna never switch on the homies in the day ones. They didn't wanna open doors, so we made some. Take a bow on these haters like I'm Trey Young. That direct deposit hitting like a bass drum. Incoming, coming, coming, coming. Keep it incoming, coming, coming, coming. Keep it incoming. Gucci bucket hats and Louis Vuitton wallets. My hand been itching, I call it the Palm Pilot. Landed on some acres, I probably should start buying, but I keep spending money on jewelry and fine dining. God just blessed me with a rollie, I call it divine timing. Came up out the Honda, the Tessie is self-driving. Still in first class, I got goals to fly private. Sweden every winter, I'm racking them sky mileage. Never switch on the homies in the day ones. They didn't wanna open doors, so we made some. Take a bow on these haters like I'm Trey Young. That direct deposit hitting like a bass drum. Incoming, coming, coming, coming. Keep it incoming, coming, coming, coming. Keep it incoming.
After a few hours of getting that M52 fuel rail back in and testing everything, we got it back in. Currently trying to figure out why it's not starting, because it should at least give a little boom boom. I don't think we're getting spark. I don't know if I'm getting fuel, which we can test right now, which I will do really quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fuel. Because when you were pulling the injectors off earlier, it was kind of spitting. Yeah.
Well, it's getting to the injectors. I don't know if the injectors are firing. So I just want to put these all back on, and I'm just going to crank it and then let the injectors fire into the cylinders. I'll just get fuel everywhere, but it'll be okay.
Okay, cool.
Hey, as long as it doesn't like over pressurize the fuel injector, yeah, you launch it.
Bye.